there everybody, welcome back to the channel. Dodgy Gamer here with episode 85, I believe, of Andorra. Andorra, the double challenge in which I take charge of the club, FC Andorra, and the country of Andorra, and try to lead them both along the road to glory. Well, we're back in European action in this episode, and you can see it right there in the middle of the screen, our group draw for the Europa League this season. Today we take on Turkish side Trabzonspor at home in Andorra in our newly expanded stadium. We're now up to 25,000 seats, which is fantastic. We're expecting a sellout hopefully today. And we've also got Rosenborg and Feyenoord. So I think it's an easier group than we had last year. If you remember, last year, we had Bate Borisov, quite an easy team to beat, but we had Roma and PSV. So Feyenoord obviously kind of on the level with PSV, but I don't think, no offence to Trabzonspor or Rosenborg, but I don't think we've got anybody on the level of Roma in the group this year. Probably nobody on the lower level of Bate Borisov as well, but I am fully expecting to qualify from this group. But before we get into the match, we do sadly have a bit of late transfer news to bring you from the end of the transfer window. It's down here at the bottom. You might see on transfer deadline day, Rui Moreira, our Portuguese left back, only at the club for a season. He's gone back home to Benfica in a £10 million deal with potential add-ons included as well. Now, he got his head turned by Juventus. They made an offer for him. He demanded to leave. I said no. And then the players in the squad got mad and they said, why did you turn the move down? I said, he's one of our best players. He's not for sale. The squad were happy. But he kept kicking up a fuss. Juventus didn't make any further bids, but Benfica did. So I decided to cash in. And then, of course, the squad got unhappy that I went back on my word to keep him. But we'll sort that out later. So, yeah, he's gone. I mean, he did arrive at the club labelled as a wonder kid. Now he's gone, but we've got, I think a 40% of next sale clause in there. So hopefully we'll see some money further down the line. We just don't hold on to left backs very well. Because it was right on transfer deadline day, there was no real time to go out and scout anybody properly. We ended up bringing in, as a left-back, Pablo Buenacasa, who's out at Chelsea, but not in the first team. So we've got him on loan. If we look at his career history, so he started out at Zaragoza, went to Atletico Madrid, only had a handful of appearances for the first team before a transfer to Chelsea last season. No appearances at all. And now he's come back to Spain looking for some action. But we're going to rotate between him and Angel Hernandez for that left-back slot. And in the league, we've struggled a bit since that opening win, which you saw in the most recent club episode. We then went to Sevilla, lost 3-1. Very disappointing performance, and it was 2 late goals that we conceded, unfortunately. Decent result at home against Barcelona. We ground out a 0-0, which, you've always got to be happy with not losing to Barcelona. But then just a few days ago, Atletico Madrid at home. Now, Atletico Madrid are flying high. They've started the season in great form. And it was a case of fairly even first half, and they must have switched something up at half-time. They were soon 2-0 up, and we just couldn't get back in it. But let's forget about that for now and focus on the Europa League action. So we're playing Trabzonspor from Canım Türkiye'm. So let's see what we can do against them. This is the team we're going with. Made a few changes from that Atletico Madrid game. So it's Jimenez in goal, Jonathan and Hernandez in the full-back positions, Crush and Gomez, Georgie Gomez in the centre of the park, Duarte and Guedes, a Portuguese pairing in the centre of midfield with Sanha, also Portuguese just ahead of them. Silva on the right, Andorran icon Perez comes in on the left. Carrio up front. Arlindo has dropped after a shocker against Atletico Madrid. I pulled him off the pitch at not half-time, about 55 minutes in. He was on a 6.2, so we got him out of there. Today, he's not even on the subs bench. Carrio starts. Moreno is on the bench. So Trabzon, similar shape to us, except they're going for a narrow formation. So they're going to leave the wings, hopefully, at our mercy. Into the dressing room we go. And we're telling the team that, maybe do it for the fans. Well, go out there and have a good night. There's no really inspiring choice there. A bit of an unknown quantity for us, Trabzonspor. but get out there and win this match. Come on, let's start with a win, just like the Andorran national team kicked off their Nations League campaign with a win. Any of you wondering what happened in that second game when we travelled to Israel? We got a very credible 1-1 draw as Cario breaks through here and he scores. 19 seconds on the clock. We're 1-0 up. Jordi Cario, first start of the season, totally justifying the decision to leave Arlinda at home. Look at that, dispossesses the defender, then makes a mockery of the other one, and then the keeper just didn't even bother trying to stop him. So yeah, 1-1 draw for the Andorran national team away to Israel. We actually had the lead. We were the better team by far. Mayumba, unfortunately, as he did against Getafe, got caught in possession a couple of times, made a mistake, gave the ball away, and that's how it ended 1-1. But very encouraging start to our Nations League campaign, and we're looking forward to, challenging for that top spot. But anyway, now we've got to worry about Trabzonspor. The attack breaks down. Now we've got to build something here. They've got that couple of those attackers sitting high. They're playing a high press here. But they just can't keep the ball. Long ball stuff when they should be doing the intricate passing moves through midfield. Nice switch from Silva out to the left flank. Perez, go on, get your words out. Perez finally gets the cross in. Guedes, back from injury. First start of the season for him as well, and his first goal also. Fantastic stuff. I thought Perez wasn't going to cross there. He was obviously waiting for me to say the word flank correctly. Once I did, straight into Guedes, 2-0. Corner for us, it gets whipped in. Crush picks it up on the edge of the area. Sanha out to Perez, and it's Maicon Silva. 3-0. We are cruising here. After the disappointing results in the league, we are now 3-0 up, coasting our way to victory. We haven't even got to the half-hour mark yet. Silva, though, the defence blocked it in desperation. It just ran out to Silva. Well played, boys. Well played. And 3-0 is what carries us to half-time. Trabzonspor eventually got a shot in, but nothing came of it. So don't get complacent, guys. We've got to keep this up. We're not making any tactical changes. We're just going to get out there and secure this victory. We start with an early corner. Are we going to get another early goal just as we did in the first half? Perez to Guedes. The Thunders a header against the crossbar. So close to 4-0 there. Now, just thinking about our league form, just to put things in a bit of perspective there. I mean, only 4 points so far from our opening 4 games as Cario nearly makes it 4 again. But of course, it's what we talked about in the first episode. It was a tough run of matches away to Sevilla, and then Barcelona and Atletico Madrid. I think our next game in the league is Mallorca, so that's one where we'd be looking to get back to winning ways. Although, of course, we're only going to have 2 days rest, actually. 2 days rest after this game before we've got to go and play that. Anyway, let's see if we can finish this off, and then we can start making some substitutions, rest some of those key players. No, Cario goes close again, but not close enough. Right, we start with Jordi Gomez in defence, knocks it out to Silva. Silva gets the ball back, keeps getting himself involved. Cario, again a defensive mistake, and he gets his second goal of the night and our 4th goal for the FC Andorra team. Second time Cario's capitalised on a mistake in defence. Fantastic play here. I mean, look, he was dispossessed there, then the other defender should have had it, went to ground. Cario just nipped in, slotted it away, 4-0. Right, we're going to bring on Ruben Perez just to give him some game time. Carlos Alberto can come on as well for Jordi Gomez. We'll give him a bit of a rest. Get out there, we'll make another substitution a little bit closer to full time. Final substitution of the night. I'm thinking, it doesn't really matter at this point. We'll bring Mayumba on, get him a bit of a run out. We'll take Guedes off because we don't want to risk Guedes picking up any further injuries. It's his first game back after missing, the tail end of pre-season. And we're into injury time now. This is going to be the last highlight. Let's see, Trabzonspor finally getting somewhere near our box. Hopefully they don't spoil our night by not allowing us to keep a clean sheet here. Perez nearly wins the ball, eventually blocks the cross. Nicely done. It's going to be a throw-in, but we're up to the 3 minutes of added on time, referee. Have you forgotten where your whistle is again? Well, it's time to get it out and blow hard. There we go. He finally does it. I don't know what the point of that final highlight was, but we come out victorious. Feyenoord and Rosenborg with a draw, which is a good result for us, I guess. So, very pleased with the result, boys. Let's see what we get in the post-match media scrum. So, a good victory for us. Dominant win. In fact, Carlos Alberto, bruised ankle. Poor little mum's mum, out for a couple of days. 500k in the bank. Cario, yes, we will praise his performance. He did exactly what we wanted him to do, exactly what we brought him in the team for. Portugal boss was checking out Duarte, and Sanha. Duarte definitely should call up. So off to a winning start in Europe. Hopefully we can get a run going like we did last year. So, like I said, Mallorca coming up. Run of away games at Mallorca, Villarreal, Vigo, all the way. Unfortunately, we've got that annoying thing again where our match has been pushed to Monday night, and then we've got to travel to Amsterdam. We don't have another home game for a month when we'll play Espanyol at home, but we're probably going to play through. We might look at coming in for that Real Madrid game, something like that, or, anytime something exciting happens, but we'll try to blast through a lot of these games and really get into the business end of the season. But for now, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that victory. Please hit that like button if you did. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. I'm Dodgy Gamer. See you again soon.